Hi, I'm on a rock floating in space. Pretty cool, huh? Some of it's water. Actually, most of it's water. I can't even get from here to there without buying a boat. It's sad. I'm sad. I miss you. How did this happen? We're in the Archean era, 4.6 billion years ago. The Earth is baby. The planet is slowly warming to the impacts of planetesimals and asteroids. The decay of radioactive elements is also helping this. The Earth eventually gets a primitive atmosphere made of gases like hydrogen, helium, methane, ammonia, carbon dioxide, and water vapor. Careful though, it's delicate. You don't want the sun blowing on it or anything. This also leads to the oceans and greenhouse effect later. And without the greenhouse effect, the Earth would be very not spicy, about 15 degrees Celsius colder. You may be wondering how this atmosphere becomes survivable. Plot twist, it does not. T-Tauri is when the sun goes through a phase. Then we got the permanent atmosphere later, with water vapor, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, trace amounts of nitrogen, chlorine, hydrogen, and argon, because of volcanoes releasing gases. Then it rained. And then cyanobacteria, with photosynthesis and samoids. Iron oxide and bent iron formations also formed. We're now moving on to the Proterozoic era. 2.5 billion years ago, oxygen started accumulating. Oxygen in the atmosphere was hit by UV radiation, which made ozone, and the ozone layer was also formed because of this. Oceans were more hospitable for life. Acid rain also formed, not spicy. Minerals from acid rain went into the ocean, which enriched it. Very spicy. Also, the supercontinental cycle started around this time, so that's pretty dope. We're now moving on to the Phanerozoic Eon, with the most requested Paleozoic era. The Cambrian period also exists here, 540 million years ago, with trilobites. Look at these good boys. Estimated to be over 600 types of these. The Ordovirian period, 510 million years ago, had cephalopods. How we developed mollusks were the main predators, and they were the ancestors of squids occupying Nautilus. The Silurian period, 439 million years ago, plants started to appear on land, jawless fish. Later on, the fish got some jaws, so that's pretty dope. The Devonian period, 408 million years ago, large plants with bony skeleton fish, some fish in armor, which eventually evolved to become scales. Lobe-finned fish lived in shallow waters and ponds. They used fish to move from pond to pond, and eventually evolved to amphibians. Amphibians like swampy areas. In swamps, there were a lot of bug development, so some amphibians continued to evolve into early reptiles. Landmasses started colliding, made Pangea. Pangea formed landmarks such as the Appalachians and Geological areas. This is an opportunity to make some cool, diverse reptiles. And now moving on to the Mesozoic era, the Triassic period, 245 million years ago. Dinosaur time. Actually, not much in the Triassic. Dinosaurs in the period left landing occupants pretty small. That could have been towards the end of the period, but there was still pretty neat stuff going on in the Triassic. Most of the land was above sea level. There's very little settlement from the Triassic found in North America because it was likely above water. Most rocks are either red sandstone, which is red because of the oxidation of iron, or mudstone. There are very few marine fossils found in this period because most of the land was above the water. The Jurassic period, 208 million years ago. That is a shallow sea covering most of western North America. The Colorado Plateau is covered with thick layers of sediments. The majority of the American Southwest is made out of desert. Here are the dinosaurs you've been waiting for. Look at these bad boys. Look at them. Look at them go. The Morrison Formation got so many dinosaur fossils, such as the Apatosaurus, Brontosaurus, and Stegosaurus. I am a Stegosaurus. The Cretaceous period, 146 million years ago. Large dinosaurs, T-Rexes and stuff like this.
Where are me arms?
Pangea began to rift apart and then forms the Atlantic Ocean. Rocky Mountains formed. Look at those boys. Around the Cenozoic era, the Tertiary period, so 63 to 64 million years ago. The east coast of North America remained very stable. Sediment built up along the Gulf Coast. Oil. The Grand Canyon, 5.5 million years ago, formed. The Quaternary period, 1.6 million years ago. This is the period we're currently existing in. We are here. A few ice ages, just a few, just a little bit of a few, just a small amount. Yeah, there were several ice ages, in case you haven't picked that up. So we are here. New people. This is us.